Hi again then guys, and welcome to of course another speed tune for Special Stage Route X racing in particular, and this time it's for a car which I decided to tune up just to see if it would be any good. I hadn't really heard other people talking about this one that much, but after some success with the Hyundai Vision GT, with the Mazda LM55, with the Bugatti, in fact the Bugatti was the first one that I noticed just how quick it could be, I thought sure, why not, let's give the Alpine a try. This Alpine already is way faster than it ever was in GT6, because technically of course this wasn't in GT6, it's the even more extreme version. This one cruises at 289 miles per hour, so of course as always you can find slightly quicker tunes out there, add an extra couple of miles per hour, but this is my classic twist where it's got the handling mixed in there as well, the slipstream potential. It's not just designed to be fast on its own, and I have race proven this one myself. It is very good. I would actually say that this is one of the best Vision GTs for top speed racing, because the handling is really good as well. Now as far as the upgrades, of course I would recommend both increasing the power as much as you can, drop the weight as well as much as you can. Traction control of course is always down to you. I would recommend having it turned off. Then as far as the tyres, you want super softs, of course, for maximum grip, especially with the raised front end, which is what we're doing here. I want you to lower the back, which sounds like a weird way of saying it, but lower the back end basically to 60mm. I would not recommend going all the way down, because as I've mentioned with a couple of other cars, it becomes very heavy if you do that. So raise up the back just a little bit, put the front all the way up. That improves top end acceleration and top speed. It gives you a good, 6 to 10 miles per hour extra top speed, something like that, on pretty much any car like this that you do it to. Frequency you want as low as possible, which also has a strange way of really drastically improving top end speed, even though the car bounces around a whole lot. As far as anti-roll, we've got that as low as possible for the compression and the rebound on the dampers. Likewise, put that as low as it can go. Neutral camber and neutral toe. You want your downforce set as low as it can go for top end speed. As far as the diff, I've opted for the lowest settings, as you can see, for both acceleration, or actually I should say for both initial torque and braking. For the acceleration, as high as possible on 60. And finally for the transmission, you want an auto setting of 249, and that is miles per hour, not kilometers, so do the conversion. And then for the individual gears, 2450, 1.7, 1350, 1150, 1, and then 6th is all the way to the left, and 7th on 0.800 with a final drive of 2.95. Now if you want it to do even more with slipstream, personally I didn't find that it needed to do more, but if you want it to, drop that down to say 2900, and vice versa. If you don't need as much slipstream, you could take it higher, but I don't see why you'd ever really want or need to do that. So that's it for the tune. Of course, there's always room for variation. If you want even more stability, then lower the front end to bring it closer to a 60-60 split, but it does make it slower, so you need to bear that in mind. So of course, let's take it out on Route X to actually prove what this one can do. Now, as I said, as far as the top end speed, it's not quite as quick as a couple of the others. The Bugatti, for instance, my tune does 291 for that car, but in a very similar way to the Mazda LM55, this one is really good at maintaining that kind of speed through the corners. And I noticed when I was racing it, I used a number of different Vision GTs back to back up against similar other cars, including other VGTs, other supercars, and this one was actually one of the best in terms of the way that it performed. It was consistent, the acceleration is very good, the top end speed is good, the draft potential is very strong, but also the handling, it's spot on as well, which is great because I never felt like the Alpines in GT6 reached their full potential, and I mean the VGT Alpines in particular, whereas this one, it finally delivers on being a really cool high performance car. So if you do decide to use this tune, obviously I hope you have a ton of fun with it. I certainly enjoy using it online. And of course, if you want to check out all of my other speed builds, you can click right here on screen, and make sure you stick around on the channel because I'm putting out more tunes like this every day. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.